countrymen, congratulate him on his win, and let him move on in this bracket where he's going to be facing against Neo. The man in the jumper right now in the sweater. He's keeping himself comfy. Let's hope he stays alive throughout the next couple of sets.
Man, yeah. Look, I mean, if Neo wants to get back to his position of first seed, he's going to have to fight for it.
Oh, poor man.
Oh, man, oh, man.
He really wanted his rematch. You can tell. Unfortunate.
Jeez Louise. Amro in the chat saying, has Jono played Neo yet? Not only have they not played at this tournament, I guess outside of doubles, which I guess half counts, they haven't played in a bracket yet, full stop. I think they've attended, a couple of maybe like 1 or 2 Deltas and 1 or 2 Kagaribis I think they've shared. But, I mean, completely, with a tournament of like 1,000 people, it's pretty easy to avoid each other in bracket unless you're, number 1 and number 2.
It's a hard situation to find that meeting, but we will finally see the meeting happen on our home soil. Jono with the home field advantage at the moment, and Neo, the bit of the sick debuff disadvantage. But with the skill this man have and the mix-ups that he has, and maybe just that little bit of player and experience, might be able to bring this one back and get his way back into grand finals where he'll face Kanaji once more.
Looks like Seb's hosting a podcast right now. He's talking to the crowd, just saying, you know what, on days like this, all you got to do is laugh. And he's going to pull out a small guitar, and we're going to start hearing a song from him.
That's actually, no one told you that there is like a Seb Pro concert right before losers finals. He's just getting ready for that one, actually.
Yeah, it's something that's not really that well known, I think, about a lot of Australian events.
We didn't put it on the schedule, but he talked to me about it, and he was like, we can make this happen.
Yeah, it lasts between 1 to 2 hours. So, just while Neo's kind of inputting his controls in the background, I think we're going to hear an entire rendition of Living on a Prayer from Seb.
Living on the Prayer, and then at least 3 different versions of Wonderwall, one with an acoustic guitar, one with an electric guitar, and one with just like a cappella, which I'm very excited to see.
Yeah, I heard that there was going to be one with just a drum kit. I don't really know how that's going to work, but I don't know. I didn't even know Seb played the drums, but nonetheless. Where the hell did Jono go? Am I crazy?
I don't know.
Does he not have an opponent to play?
Break? I thought I could take a piss break. I'm stuck in the chair. Unfortunate. I mean, Neo's here. He's ready. He's locked in. He sees the Young League win screen on his screen. He's like, I'm not going to let that happen again. Are you kidding me? 3-0 time, baby.
Oh, man, oh, man. Mewtwo King actually in the chat as well. That's awesome. Hello.
Hi, Mewtwo King.
Hello, Mewtwo King. It is us, your biggest fans. Actually, I don't even recall. Has Mewtwo King traveled to Australia for any events before?
I don't remember. But if he isn't at Phantom this year, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's going to be the biggest Melee event of in the entirety of history, Phantom 2024. So if you want to consider yourself, one of the top players, then you got to be able to make it out, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not the one to say it. That's just what everyone's saying. I'm voicing the word of the people.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not an opinion. It's just facts.
It's just facts right there.
Can you imagine Mewtwo King coaching Kanaji? What an insane combo that would be. Because Mewtwo King for the longest time was coaching Spargo, I think, wasn't he?
Real. But MTK, so. how much do you really know about Shulk? Do you really know more than the crackhead man on the stage right now of Kanaji? He plays absolutely out of his gourd when he's up there, so I don't know what to say. I don't know how much more you could teach him. How do you teach the unteachable?
Did you see the complete breakdown of the matchup between what was it? Bulbor Bob, I think, and Hungry Box, the Steve versus Jigglypuff.
That was a sad one.
It was a full-on breakdown by Mewtwo King saying, hey, by the way, number 1, got to make sure you make sure you float around your shield safely. Number 2, you can push him away from the crafting table. It was actually quite wholesome, despite the fact that it was immediately following up a massive loss.
Oh my God! Follow from Rosebloom. Thank you, Rosebloom. And Neo's back on the screen, so that means that she's watching at the moment.
Very exciting.
I can't wait to see the upstate tweet of and at TGX over in Australia, Neo unfortunately suffers a loss from Jdizzle, otherwise known as Jono, who now finds himself playing Kanaji in the grand final to see who truly is the best in Australia. This is, I mean, if Jono does make it into grand finals, let me keep it straight. This is gonna be a hell of a match, regardless if he wins on the losers final side of things. The storylines are so strong for this tournament.
Very excited. Right, Rosebloom is here. Rosebloom's in the chat. We are currently watching, I think, one of the old heads, number 1 in Australia, coming up against number 30 in the entire damn world. It's been such a hard thing to compare all these players to one another. But, I mean, honestly, whenever they come out to Australia, this is what better way, This is exactly where you want to do it. On the big stage, live in the hometown as well of Melbourne, Australia. Jdizzle has something to prove.
Got to prove it all. both of the players that you see on the screen right now, the only losses they have suffered is to the man sitting in grand finals. Both of them desperate to find their rematch. You're going to have to take 3 games against the other first. And Jono right now putting on the pressure. It's something I talked to Neo about right before. He said how difficult it is for as a Corrin player within the Australian scene. You have characters such as Kanga, such as Youngling, such as Rob, who can just really put the pressure onto Corrin, who, although good at the combos, kind of suffers when it comes to that tight, frame-fast character play.
Absolutely. Oh, air dodge does get caught. Yeah. That's going to be a hard one. I think, yeah, like we said, we're going to say it time and time again, frame traps is going to be the name of the game here. If Jdizzle can get caught off stage, which I'm sure he can as well. Oh, that's... Oh, no, the pin. Oh, well.
Wasn't able to find the pin. You could kind of see now his option for the recovery there was to try and get the pin into the side of the stage to reset a jump there and then recover, but just not going to reach, unfortunately, right there. And you know what? You can't blame the man. How much experience competitively do you think he has on this stage? We are at an Australia exclusive right now.
I don't know. I actually do think the pin did connect. That's the weird thing. But I think there's always a slight, like a little sort of drop down before the jump.
Right,
and I think that was enough to send them into the bottom blast zone. So that was actually really just unfortunate spacing there from Neo. Mere pixels, I would say, away from being able to make that back. You can see they kind of hop up just a little bit there. So super unfortunate.
It's really good to see Jono's counterplay against the pin right there. He found himself stuck in it, but you're going to get hit with a different pin there. The down smash finding its mark.
And that little foot down smash too as well. It's nowhere near the smash attack you'd really expect from Corrin. I think the up smash and the down smash, honestly, not really used that frequently, but damn, they cover a lot of space.
Truly and truly. We'll have to see if Jono can find his stock here. It's the unfortunate thing about Younglink and the unfortunate truth. You might do a good job within the scramble situation with your frames. You might have a good time building up percent, but finding that stock is something that you might struggle with, especially against a character like Corrin. You really need to find that item confirm, which he continues to look for. Projectile, projectile, eventually. An arrow finds its mark, a down to the up air. We're looking at the last stock for game 1.
Okay, so Jono runs off, takes a bit of a breath. The bombs are in hand, but now, again, really just kind of waiting for an opening here. Neo, I think at lower percents as well, at this sort of 30-40 range. There's not a massive amount here. There you go. All right, so never mind. Look, I don't know why I said that there wasn't going to be much that a top 30 player can do. I think at any percent, it's kill percent. Yep, well, why did I say anything? They've taken 70% in the last 10 seconds alone. Pin almost going to be taking the entire damn game.
It's a scary spot to be in as the Younglink. The edge guard is something you always have to be afraid of, and having Pin on your side just makes that edge guard so much more scary. Neo, though, wasn't able to find the stock in the situation. It is Jono who, once again, is able to set up all of these projectiles, runs in and shields, but Neo gets the grab first. Oh!
Oh, yeah.
That'll do it.
Pin, almost not going to be doing it, but yeah, frame traps after frame traps, Pin is going to be a tough one to deal with. I mean, unless by some miracle you decide to try and land directly on top of Corrin and somehow avoid like an up smash or something like that, it's a lesser of two evils, I think. But
wishful thinking. Wishful thinking, you know.
I don't know. And also, Corrin does kind of have at least enough speed to probably be able to, you know, catch that dash back. Yeah. Corrin's basically frame trapped the character. Yeah, there you go. That's what we've been saying.
Truly, truly. You can't get off an air dodge to Corrin, and especially to Neo. We've seen the amount of times he's able to convert just a shy air dodge from one of his opponents into an entire stock when he needs to. We are going back to cast right now. Jono feeling fairly confident in the stage pick. I mean, Neo did SD that one time. Who can do it a couple more times? I don't know. Probably not going to happen, but it's wishful.
We have gone back to Kalos, though, so I think at least there's got to be confidence enough in Jdizzle that this should be a decent enough answer
Truly.
To be able to you know, push it. But I do wonder what Neo's going to be learning between these games, because obviously Jdizzle no stranger to all this adaptation. It seemed like it was starting to hit a bit of a ceiling there against Seb. He kept it really close, but far closer than a lot of his other previous Game 5s. Oh, okay. Oh, damn. No spot dodging area. What the heck? Well done.
No, sir. No, sir. Your disadvantage is my advantage at the moment there. Sending Jono off the stage. Once again, the back air coming out. You can see him trying to pull out the bomb just to make sure he'd be able to make it back to the stage, but took a little too long. Neo just capitalizing immediately off of that option.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm aware, I think bomb takes, honestly, between about 3 and 4 seconds to detonate. So if you pull it on the drift in, I mean, Corrin's still going to be able to get that back arrow, and you'll be in the blast zone before the bomb has even a chance to blow up.
It's something you always have to be aware of, and Jono is going to have a hard time recovering in every single situation against this character. Nao finds himself with a bit of a low shield right now, but still going to be able to keep himself in a safe spot. Once again has a ledge trap, but that little cheeky Nair going to allow Jono to find his way back to center stage.
I don't think people really realize how active that neutral area is as well. Yeah. It's oh, there you go. Much more pressure there, and enough shield pressure, in fact, to be able to get that landing down air to go for a shield poke. But Nao still in a ledge trapping situation.
We always like to talk about Link Nair as the go-to Nair of all, and I mean, it is that much better than Young Link's, but he still has a decent enough one on him. You're able to kill confirm into it at a certain percent. You're able to use it inside of a disadvantage stage, just have a hitbox out, but Nao able to get that grab every single time. It's a reaction that he is oh so good at. If you're going to neutral get up and he's standing there, you can expect his hands on you, and you can expect that sword going to send you straight off the top.
Let's see. Oh yeah, okay, there you go. Landing with an up air there. One of the things that Kanga was doing really, really well against Jdizzle was landing with a lot of these aerials, landing with things like neutral air, landing with forward air to cut through those projectiles that Jdizzle's been so proficient with. It looks like Nao's showing a couple of shades of that as well. Things like neutral air, things like that forward air too, just covers so much space. Even the landing up air actually, to cut through the boomerang on the way. Oh, the bomb gets a, I don't even know if that was techable. I think that just kind of fell out of it. Forward throw. Ooh, all right, goodbye.
Perfect position to find that forward throw there. You can tell now. It's the good thing about Carlos when you have those side platforms. It's a decent enough mix-up to kind of improve your recovery. Unfortunately, Jono plays on this stage a little bit more. He knows that how players want to use it, but how are we going to recover here now? Trying to go for a pin, but again, not able to find its mark. Air dodge given up from Jono. No conversion, though. We're still alive.
Really expecting a pin to come out there, but I think that could be it. Oh, no, okay.
I was expecting a forward smash charge on the shield, not going to lie. We know that Nao is a big fan of those ones, but an even bigger fan of the pin and the back air. Any sort of one of those hits towards the side of the stage could be enough to take this game too, but Jono not giving up just yet. Has a ledge trap now. What will he do?
And Nao is definitely trying to let rip all these pins as much as possible here, just to try and, I mean, as soon as that pin hits, if Jdizzle does get pinned, they're done for.
Exceptionally done for. This grab, not going to be enough, but it's still a very decent amount of damage, and you're resetting this edge guard situation. Nice parries from Nao. He's playing so well around it. Thought he had the kill there with the up throw, but an up air is going to be enough to seal it out. That's taking game two. Jono on his back foot right now.
It's going to have to be a decent level of adaptation here. I think at least DD did manage to get Jdizzle into a 2-0 deficit, and Jdizzle was able to bring it back. Definitely seems like Jdizzle doesn't have as many answers into Nao, at least as of right now. I always love to be wrong, though. I always love to be wrong.
I would love to be wrong about the match that we're seeing on our screen at the moment. Jono now finding himself at a 2-0 deficit. If he wants to get into grand finals and prove himself the better player against Kanga, he really needs to take it against Nao here. And there's no harder opponent that he could find in order to give himself that second chance to rematch. Will we see the Dark Jono? What are your thoughts? That's all I can think about right now. Is he's on his he is on the very last leg right now. If there was any time to bring it out, it has to be now.
It could be the one time. Going in for the Final Fantasy music.
Ooh.
I don't know. Look, it was not too long ago. Well, it was almost exactly a year ago, actually, that we did see the Cloud come out from. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. All right. We're all good.
Please change your skin.
If there's ever going to be, a music, a piece of music that is going to buff, the Hero of Time, I feel like it's going to be something, nice and orchestral, and the opening of Final Fantasy. Very excited to see. Look, if the music is enough to at least make it more competitive, because right now Jdizzle needs all the help he can get.
All the help you can get indeed right now. The platform's putting in a lot of help when it comes to Jono's movement, but it's going to put in a lot of work for Nao's comments as well. Unfortunately, nobody will find the forward tilt at the right spot when he needs it, but what a confirm there. Just not enough to take the stock. No rage on his side, and up B to reset that edge guard situation. The back air, he's looking so clean at the moment. Is this man beatable at all?
That is really about the worst way you want to start a game 3. If you're Jdizzle, but Nao is really comfortable here. I think these games will be getting, more and more in his favor. So to be able to, oh my gosh, what the heck was that? I think, being able to at least, get a really, really early lead You know, just thinking, look, I just want to get that run back against Kanaji, man. I don't want to have to deal with this little elf boy. Get them out of here.
Your real opponent's waiting for you in grand finals, but you still have to make it past one of Australia's greatest to do it. The pin, making quick work of Jono's second stock Nao at such an amazing lead right now. You almost wish the Dark Jono come right now, because we're going to need some evil powers if we're bringing this one back.
This is so far just a complete barn burner for Nao, I will not lie.
Showing off exceptional counterplay right now after all of the practice he's had over the last 2 games. The stage change really working wonders for him. Carlos probably was the better pick at the end of the day. You have to wonder if Nao banned it then. There's like, these matches are too close. I just want a 3-stock, one of the best in Australia.
Oh, there you go, the net back air.
It's so over. How do you recover?
With 3 stocks as well. Yeah, you're not going to get back there at all.
A fist bump, but you can tell it's not something that Jono wants to do after that 3-stock to seal out a 3-0. It is going to be Nao who gets his rematch against Kanaji here on the grand final side of things. You can already see the man getting up to play. Oh, he's got some